March 16th, the day before St. Patrick's Day, was by any stretch of the imagination a green letter day for Burn Academy. School officials announced the largest single donation in the school's history, some $20 million, which is believed to be the largest single donation ever to a secondary school in Vermont.
One way to think about this, because it's worth noting that this gift is bigger in equalized dollars than the gift of either Burr or Burton to Burn Burton. So that's how monumental this gift is. And it's an act of stunning generosity. It's a real statement of belief in Burn Burton and its mission. And it's also equally a statement in the belief of this community in the surrounding areas, that there's a real future here, and that together the communities and Burn Burton have a long way to go and are going to be here for a long time doing a lot of good for a lot of kids.
The financial gift made by Barry and Wendy Rowland, part-time residents of Londonderry, follows several other large financial gifts they've made going back to 2007, when they donated $10 million to the school, which at the time was itself the largest donation to a secondary school in the state's history. In 2008, they established the $25 million Rowland Foundation, which provides fellowships to Vermont secondary school teachers. They also funded the construction of the Rowland Center, in addition to the E.H. Henry Gymnasium, as well as helping fund the startup of the Student Success Program, which helps students who are going to be the first in their family to attend college. The latest gift will help fund a new classroom building designed for 21st century learning, which will also prompt an overhaul of the parking area behind the main school buildings. Headmaster Mark Tashin explains.
The centerpiece of the Rowland project is going to be a classroom building. And if you look out onto the parking area, where the buses are and where those trees are, that's where we're envisioning the first 21st century classroom building to be built. And I say the first, it's not just the first at Burn Academy, it's the first classroom building of this type in Vermont. It has to be built with the future in mind. So unlike every other one of our buildings, and in fact, unlike just about every school building you've ever seen, which looks like a bunch of classrooms all stacked up on top of each other, this building needs to have a different look, and it has a different flexibility of use. We're envisioning grand open spaces where students can collaborate in pods. We're envisioning lecture hall spaces where people can get together and get information. We're envisioning smaller spaces, for personalized use, learning. What does it actually look like? I'm waving my arms around. It all needs to be designed. I know it's there. We know the location. And we also know, as part of this, we're going to clear out all these cars and restore this area back to where it was historically, which was an open field or courtyard that I think green space that will be beautiful and will provide this campus with a real unifying element. So on nice days, people can be out here all the time with the backdrop of the mountains.
But the gift will also be used to construct a classroom facility at the Hildene Meadows Dean Farm off River Road, where students learn agricultural techniques and help operate a greenhouse. Jen Hyatt, the school's academic dean, describes how part of the Rowland Fund project will be deployed there.
Well, the Rowlands, first and foremost, were the founders of the BBA Dean Farm to begin with, because in 2014, 2015, they funded the greenhouse. So that as if that weren't enough, with the additional monies that the Rowlands have so generously given us, we're going to be outfitting one of the barns on the Dean Farm to have a real classroom space. Right now, our students are having classes in what's called the head house of the greenhouse, which is a great working area, but because Hildene is open to the public and people are coming through, and also because there's pretty strict parameters around things that can be brought into the greenhouse to protect the health of the plants in the greenhouse. Now we'll have a dedicated classroom space we can outfit with technology that can be secured. It will also have a commercial kitchen, so our students can actually pick things on the farm and go into the commercial kitchen and learn how to do things like can vegetables or produce things to sell at the farmers market, study entrepreneurship and economics. It will give more room for us to create cross-curricular courses down there. So, for example, English teachers or social studies teachers, art teachers, basically any faculty members on the main campus, and or student organizations on the main campus who want to have a space down there. We'll have our own kind of BBA space, and it will be multi-purpose.
The gift continues a tradition of using private fundraising to construct new facilities at the independent school, which was founded in 1829. No firm dates have been set for the start of construction, which is at least a year or two away. And the final design of what the donation will pay for is still a work in progress when it comes to the details, school officials say.
So I want to point out the logo for our Rowland project, and the tagline is Imagine the Future, which is a tremendous opportunity for us all. We get to imagine the future, and then we get to turn it into reality. So stay tuned. It's going to be good.
For the GNet TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.